Hello class 6. So today in the class I have explained some blocks under block palette. Previously in the scratch chapter, introduction chapter, we have learned about looks, motion block, then looks block, and also sound blocks and events block and control block. Control block again we will learn in this chapter fully, like whatever blocks are going to required for our programming that we are going to learn. There are many are there. Then we already learned sensing, and we will learn operators. So let me just start with the control block. So before I will show you some examples how you are going to use this block in your scratch programming, you should know why we use these blocks. Control by the name, try to understand. Like if you are using motion block, move 10 step. Okay, you have to drag and drop in the script area. Okay, then you want to you want to run this code. So you can just click the edge of the block, then you will see your sprite will move 10 step ahead. Okay, or you can go to events block and you can choose this one. Now my point is, suppose you want that it will walk for 50 step. How can you do? Either directly you can write here 50, or you can use the control block. Now control block actually control the normal flow of a program. It can go to 50 step. Now suppose it wants to go to for 200 step, it wants to go to for more steps. So every time you have to you don't need to write here, you can use the repeat block. You just drag the repeat block, drop it. Suppose it wants to go to for 200 step. So what you will do here, 10 is written here, you can put 20, and this is how you can control. So 10 into 20 is 200 step. So when I will click, it will move for 200 step, as you can see. So this is actually controlling the move 20 step block. So suppose when it is moving to 20 step, I want my scratch to come back here. So what will be the point every time? Okay, x axis is 5 and y axis is 28. Okay, you will go to move block, then here already given, every time it will repeat, it will then first come back here. Okay, so I was telling that suppose I want to see whenever it is moving for 20 step, it will wait, so that you can understand that how it is moving. No, otherwise it moves so fast that you will not able to understand it whether it is moving for 10 times or not. So that again we need to use the control block. So we are controlling this, means after certain time you will get to see that it will work. You can make it 2 seconds, you can make it 3 seconds according to your choice. So now just see on the stage everyone, 20 step, 20 step, 1 second, 20, 1 second. This is how it is moving, and it will move until it will go there. Done. Now again you can see I have given x axis 520, that's why it is starting again from 5 x5 and y28. So this is how we can use control block. Now another block that we often used in a control block, that is forever block. Suppose you want your sprite will move until it will touch the edge of the stage. Okay, so for that what can you do? Let us just make our sprite come in its original position. Either you can drag your sprite by putting the mouse cursor over here. Okay, so forever block actually help us to make our sprite move that will never end unless you will click the stop button. And forever, once we have used, then again for revision purpose I am just showing you. So again I am taking when, no, already one time when flag clicked is given, so it will become confusing. So I am taking this one when space bar key will be pressed. Then the control block, I am using the forever block. Inside the forever block, whatever operation we will write, okay, whatever, it will happen until you will click on the stop button. So let us make it turn 15 degree, okay, and move 10 step. See, it will never stop. It will never stop. You have to click the stop button. Okay, again. This is how it is happening. Now the direction in third version you can change from here by taking this one as 90 degree. Always try to make it 90 degree. It's become 91. So this is how you can use these two blocks inside control block. These three block actually, wait 1 second, repeat 10 forever. If then I will explain you. Before that, let us understand first sensing block and operator block. Then gradually I am telling you how does you can use if then block. Okay. So suppose sensing block. Let's just remove or take a new file. Okay. So here let us understand the sensing block. Sensing block, you can see that it's a light blue color coded block, and this block is actually used to sense the keyboard input while executing the script. Whatever input from the keyboard you want to give, the sprite, if you want that your sprite will understand it and do according to that, you have to like that. Like suppose, now let us understand this one. Okay, events, not control. Okay, if then block. If then is one kind of conditional block, like if this will happen, then it will perform that operation. This is how it works. So let us go to sensing block and choose this one, touching this one, and we will choose the option edge. Edge means the corner of the stage. Okay, edge. So let us put this condition inside if then block. See, it has been getting adjusted. Now you have to do something. Then what will happen? Then what will happen? You can choose like turn 15 degree, and wherever the position is, it should come back there. So uh, go to x0 y0. Okay, so what will happen? Whenever it will touch if on edge, that time it will turn 15 degree. But the problem here is how it will touch if on edge, if I will not give any motion move block. So I have to give a move block. Okay, and move block I have to give inside a forever block. Okay, as you can see that Your sprite is moving and it is turning 15 degree every time. Okay, but it is again coming back to 0 0. How to understand that? Use wait 1 second. Now see, again it is going, coming back 0 0, turning again, waiting again, again. This is how it is, forever it is going on until you will click the stop button. Okay, this is how sensing block will help you to make your sprite do something, to sense something, whatever input I want, that is how it will work. Okay, another example of your book is given, which I want to again continue. That is your logics book, figure 7.3. Let us understand that one. Let us open a new file. Okay, now let us do that one. So here it's according to the book, you have to change the backdrop or the background of the stage. So choose the background option, click here and use the outdoor option and check here. Definitely you are going to get that option, school. Okay, school is given, and I don't want this one sprite, I want human. So again choose a sprite, new sprite you are going to choose. You will go to people, and in the people actually that option is available. So let us find it. Yes, Kai. Okay, this one. So these two things are already there. Now Kai is standing here, and using the sensing block we are going to ask a question. Means Kai is basically asking a question and he is only giving the answer, because there is nobody is there. So let us just do that. So what we have to do, we have to first use the event block. The event block is done. Now next, the question should be asked. So you have to go to this sensing block, and in the sensing block you will see this one option, ask why, and you have to write the question here. So according to the book, the question is, where should I go? So let us type that one only. Okay, some problem are going on. Let us leave and then join again. Okay, so let us do it again quickly. So we have to go to event block according to our program, choose this one, then go to sensing block, and here you can write the question, where should I, in capital I go, then just drag it and drop it under when flag clicked in the script area, and then go to looks block and choose this one option and put it here. I don't want that it will say hello, so I want the answer from the person itself. And the problem here that I have made, I have not changed the background color and that one. Okay, background I can change here easily. Go to outdoor, and the school option is here only. Yes, this one. And we will do one thing. Let us just write this one, and we will okay, let us just cross this, leave it. Go and choose the people again. Kai, I want the character Kai. Kai is here only. Yes, Kai is here. And against the Kai we have to write a script, because Kai is asking the question and Kai is only the person who is telling the answer, which is a little bit funny, but it's okay. This is one simple example so that you can understand that how does this blocks work. So just drag and drop it, and go to looks option and use this one option, say hello, and then again go to sensing option. Now I want that the Kai will only give the answer, so here in the sensing block this answer one option you have to choose. Then what will happen, one text box will appear at the bottom, okay, and here you have to type the answer and Sky will say that as an answer. So let us just see, just run this code. Where should I go? You can see at the bottom this box is appearing, here you have to write the answer. So he said according to the book, to my friend's place. So let us just type to my friend's place and click on this one tick mark option. You can see the cursor there. You will see now whenever I will tick, you will see that he is saying the answer to my friend's place. So this is how sensing blocks can be used. So sensing blocks can be used in a different way to sense the edge. If it will sense the then it can change the color, it can do different kind of things. Whatever the thing is, basically whatever keyboard input you are giving, the sprite will work according by sensing that particular option. Now next is operator block. Now operator blocks are basically used for doing mathematical operations, okay, doing different kind of operations. So operator block always comes with this green color block, and these blocks you have to keep it inside another block, otherwise it will not work. It will like individually, like motion block, the way it works, whenever you will put it in the script area you will run, it will work. But in case of operator you have to put this block inside any other block so that it should work. So operator block, remember, used for mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Also used for comparing values, like whether the number is greater than this. If it will be greater, then it will print true, or it will print whatever you will write inside it. If it is less than, then it will say that it's true. If not, then it will say false. And equals to, again checking the condition. We will do up to this. So let us do one simple operation, like using two numbers. Let us find their addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Every time I want the answer, the first answer suppose is coming, then 1 second it will wait and it will then say the second answer. This is how I want. So let us just see the simple program. We will go to events block. Obviously first take the event when flag clicked, then go to looks block and choose a simple say option, first one. In the say option we don't need hello, I want to see the answer of addition of two numbers, so we will put it, and here we will type numbers. Okay, again the same problem. Okay, let us just close it and do it again. Sometimes this version is creating a problem, I'm not able to, like, sometimes it is not allowing to type anything, maybe any issue is there. Okay, let us quickly do that. All the addition, all the arithmetic basic addition, subtraction using operators. Go to looks block and choose the first option, drag and drop it, and then go to operators, and here write two numbers, like I am using 4 and 3. Okay, so after typing it, place it inside say, and what it will do, it will say the operation, like it will do the addition and it will say it for 2 seconds. Okay, now next I want subtraction. So we have already chosen say this for 2 seconds, so we don't need to go to control block and use wait 1 second. Okay, because in the looks block, this block is having already that it have to wait for 2 seconds. Okay, so again go to looks block and choose this and place it. Let us put it for 2 more times, 1 and another time. Okay, so done, our all operation will be done. So addition done. Now do the subtraction, type the number 4 and 3, again we will keep it the same. Okay, you can practice in your home using different numbers, no problem. More you will practice, more the things will be clearer for you people. So this multiplication and last one is division. So division may be, they will show in fraction. Let us just see what will happen. So this 4 operation will happen. All of you can see the screen, I guess. Plus, first one will be the addition. It should show 7, then 1, then 12, and then let us see. Okay. All of you look at the stage. 7, wait for 2 seconds, 1, 12, and 1.33. As I told, it can show it in decimal point. So this is how these blocks works. I hope all of you got some idea that how does it work. Okay, let us just understand one just simple program using if then block. So this one I told you that greater than less than used for a comparing purpose. So let us go and just delete this one option. Delete 8 blocks. Okay, blocks has been deleted. Okay, let's go to events block and drag and drop the event, and then go to control block and use if then block, and let us put a condition like suppose if same problem again, same problem. So let us just open and quickly show you one example using if then, but don't worry, no complicated programs are going to come. Just try to understand each and every blocks whatever has been taught during the class. Okay, events when flag clicked, let us choose the control block if then only. Okay, inside it choose an operator. So here type type here 50 only. Okay, not 50, sorry, 50 is not greater than, so 60 is greater than 50, obviously yes. So as it is greater than 50, then whatever you will means put it here, it will show you the result. So suppose I want to say it's true, only type true. Okay, then put it here and it will say for suppose 2 seconds. Let us see. Okay, now suppose I am changing it to 30, so it should not show any result. Let us just run it again. See, it will not show any result because the condition that we are giving here, this is not right, because 30 is not greater than 50 na? So this is how you can use if then block. So I hope students you got all the idea regarding control block, sensing block and operators blocks. Please to practice in home, and if you find any problem, ask me on the next class. Thank you everyone. Bye.